Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty. Guys, I wish I could. It is so crispy in Southern Cali right now. I can't even tell you. Well, actually, I just told you, and pretty much you know by now. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. Welcome, one and all, to the Friday night live stream, July 22nd, guys. We are towards the end of July. The beginning of Halloween season is officially in effect. I'm seeing a lot of Halloween content through my Instagram feed, through my Twitter feed. A lot of fun stuff there. Obviously, everyone's getting ready for it. If you guys can hear me okay and see me okay, give me that thumbs up, and we'll definitely go from there. And it's great to see all of you guys on here, all of my day ones, many of you guys here in effect. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see who we've got here as we're waiting for everyone to file in. Looks like we've got Annette, Lord, what's going on? Randy Molina, great to see you. Let me see here if I can move something out of the way. Oh, here we go. There we go. Randy Molina, Dante Reed, CeeLo Bong, what's going on? Great to see you on here. Drew's Food Reviews in effect. Great to see everybody. Great to see everybody here. Thank you so much for jumping on. It is a very balmy 87 degrees right now, and I really feel it. Even though I've got my little fan going, everything is out of control at the moment. I am so over this heat already. We're like in the thick of summer, and it's California. It's always uneventful. It's always sunny. When it rains, it's an event. It's the usual thing here. But great to see you guys on here. Hopefully you're having a frosty situation. I know Drew is trying to have a frosty situation. Definitely up where he is at. Drew, thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see all of you guys on here. Let's see, who else do we have? It's been a very, very long couple of weeks, guys, if anything there. But in effect there. Guys, before we even get started, because I just saw this right before we jumped in from the lobby over here, with Annette Cervantes about to have some, what I'm thinking is minor heart surgery, I'm thinking. Please, if we can get some prayer hands in the chat over here, that would be amazing. Shout outs to Annette Cervantes, always one of the awesome supporters of the channel, as well as just the chat streams as well. I really appreciate that. I know you're definitely going to be okay. We're going to put that positive energy out there for you, Annette, and everything is going to be as it should be. So, you know, naturally we live in a world or where we have, or in a country where we have some really awesome healthcare, and I'm looking forward to hearing some good news from you shortly after that. So shout outs to you. We will definitely miss you for sure. But we will definitely see you soon as well too. So shout outs to Annette Cervantes, always doing it up big over in the SD in San Diego right now, where San Diego Comic-Con is going on. Amazing situation over there. I would love to go, and maybe next year, maybe I'll make the pilgrimage. It's not far from me, technically, going down south. But naturally, with things being the way that they are in the world still, not really down with that just yet. But glad that we're baby stepping back into society, so to speak. You know what I mean? But who else do we have on here right now? Dante Reed's got a Jollibee open in Jamaica, Queens, New York. That's awesome. Enjoy that. Definitely enjoy that. Jollibee is a bomb situation for sure. Misty Smith jumping into the chat. I've got two different things that I'm looking at here. I'm making sure I'm keeping one as active as I can to make sure I don't lose track of anybody. But great to see everybody here. Let's see here. Ed Keaton, what's going on? Let's see. Please keep my brother Lito in your choice. He's in the hospital for breathing problems, I'm afraid. Oh, no. Don't say that, Ed. Don't say that. Let's do some prayer hands up in the chat for Ed Keaton as well, too. I just saw this comment over here right now for Lito. For sure. Just try and keep that positivity in effect. And again, just like I just mentioned to Annette, we've got amazing healthcare in this country, and I'm sure he will be okay. So, you know, let's err on the side of the positive there. So naturally we'll be all right. We'll be all right there, Ed. But shout outs to you there. And of course, I appreciate you jumping on. Thanks so much for being here and for letting us know for sure. Min Lee, what's going on? Great to see you. Randy Molina, let's go the LA Rams. Max miles per hour 95, what's going on? It's not too hot where you're at. I'm very happy for you at least, but I kind of feel like I have this proverbial shine constantly on my face. It's been kind of murderous there. Just, you know, a lot of the content, some of the stuff that you're going to see coming out, really, really hot. It's very, very hot at the same time, which we'll get into the content here in just a second. Great to see everybody on here right now. Let's see, who else do we have in effect here as we go further on down? We've got everyone. Dietrich, what's going on? Homie hugs to y'all as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very, very cool in effect. I appreciate all the love and support for all the amazing community members here. Cristobal, stay frosty. I'm trying, believe me, at like almost 90 degrees. It's a no bueno situation right now. Dom's World, sorry I'm late. It's okay to be fashionably late. Do not worry. It is all good. And speaking of fashionably late as well, Jay Nepper. Jay, what's going on, brother? Thanks so much for jumping on. I just saw you in there as well, too. Very cool. Appreciate that. Drew, if you get a Subway tattoo on your chest, you get a free Subway Subway for life. Go for it. Oh, I'll let you test that one out for me, Drew. Believe me, I don't want to be branded with that, but I know where you're going with it. I appreciate you, though. James Marcote, hopefully I said that correctly. If I butchered it, please forgive me. Please accept my humble apologies. Hey, from Minnesota. Thanks so much for jumping on. Alex Forever 32, ever heard of Hanna-Barbera? Yes, of course. Absolutely. Classic cartoons. You already know. Really, really good stuff over there. Misty Smith, clap with me, everybody. There we go. White chocolate drizzle drip. What it do? Great to see you. Great to see you. Let me see. My chat is moving here. Going on down. All right. There we go. We're almost into effect here as well. And that's going to be passing around a petition for me to get a sub tattoo with this. That's hilarious. If you do a Google Doc and you send me the results from that, that'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. All right, and as you guys are probably noticing in the chat on your side over there, I'm actually testing out a new feature they added to the chat software over here regarding pinning merch and stuff like that. So I figured I'd just throw my hat up just to kind of test this out, just to see how that looks on my side here. It looks like it's not visible on the physical chat window that I have that you're seeing, but down below you're probably seeing it. But obviously just reminding you guys about the code that's always in effect for all of my amazing subscribers and viewers who find it on these chats for sure. Good times across the board. Speaking of all that stuff as well, just to get it out of the way, should you guys wish to contribute to the channel in any way, shape, or form, Jay Nepper wants to sign the petition twice. That's hilarious. Take a look at the description box down below. If you're watching this on the live right now, if you're watching this on the replay, it's the first pinned comment. You'll find a multitude of ways. Should you wish to contribute, being that I always say I'm a one-man show with these things, everything that you're seeing here is designed, implemented, and maintained by yours truly. So anything you decide to do there, you're more than welcome to do. Keep in mind, super chatting does take about 30% to YouTube direct. So PayPal is always the best way to do those things. You'll find those links down below. And if you're watching on a browser, on a laptop, I should say, or computer, you'll find in the banner in the upper right-hand corner, the direct one is there. So all that info is in effect for you. And again, I appreciate the love and support as always. Should you wish to become a patron, there's all kinds of fun stuff there. All right, so what else do we have over here? C-Long, Twisted Taquitos from Jack in the Box, make it to SoCal yet? Nothing yet, but I have a feeling everything is about to switch over here very soon, naturally there. I have a few pieces of content that are going to be coming out, one starting tomorrow, which is something that I've had on the back burner for about a week now. And then the other thing you're going to see coming up on Monday, should be a lot of fun, actually, to see that one as well. That was filmed a few days ago, kind of a quickie on that one there. So I hope you like what you're going to see. We're going to have the stream available that you're watching right now available on Sunday. Saturday, I'm going to be pretty busy, pretty much a good chunk of the day, but the reviews will go live, you know, as normal, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Sunday will be 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the replay of what you're seeing now. And then Monday, Friday, or Monday, this coming Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the next review. So it's been a very, very wild couple of weeks, if anything, just so you guys know. But let's see here before we get into the food review breakdown here really quickly. What else do we have here? ScottRush.com. What's your favorite Happy Meal toy from the past? You know, I have a few of the Burger King. I think it was Burger King where I got these, or I can't remember if it was Burger King or McDonald's, but I have those little Star Wars figurines that I showed a while back. One of these days, maybe I'll see about bringing those out again. I think it was one of those, if I remember correctly. I think it was McDonald's. I mean, it was way back in the day, if anything there. But definitely fun stuff. Definitely good stuff. Let's see. Scamberg Report, I'm watching you on an oven. Crazy. You've got an actual little display on your oven right over there, hooked up to the web. That's the future world that we live in right now. You got to love it. Yes, man, I appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new. Brand new content every single week. And I appreciate Jay Nepper's going for the petition. He wants a Mariah Booty stamp approved. That's awesome. That's awesome. Would it be kind of like with a dump truck with the lights going on, going like this, something like that? That would be amazing, Jay. That would be amazing. Oh, good times, good times. Oh, Mariah with her McDonald's sponsorship over there. But speaking of which, let's just jump right into that food review breakdown real quick, because it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you guys. And naturally, with the Wiener Schnitzel Luau Dog and Fries review, which was a lot of fun to check out, actually filming that on location. Again, very, very nice. It was my sister's idea to throw on the lei, which was kind of cool. I had a lot of fun. I don't know why I didn't think about that in the beginning. I didn't realize she had that stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it. And then from there, let's see, we've got the hot honey rub. Well, the thighs actually came out before. Actually, what you guys saw after that was the Hershey's Mix McFlurry, which for some reason in my head I was seeing M&Ms in these things because of what it looked like. I had literally come from filming another review actually, and I just stopped off there to get a nice coffee at Mickey D's like I usually do after I'm done filming. Usually when I film, sometimes 2 or 3 things in a day, depending upon what it is. I stop off and get a drink on the way home, and then naturally I saw what that was, and I'm like, that does not look like it's anywhere else. I looked around, obviously on the app, there was nothing there. It wasn't even listed in the app. I'm like, let's just try this real fast. So I went inside to grab it, and one of the guys behind the counter recognized me and says, oh, are you reviewing this right now? And I said, actually, this was after he made it naturally, because somebody else, I ordered it at the counter and then naturally somebody brought it to me there. So there wasn't anything in terms of special treatment about having that made any particular way, because I was on limited time to review that because it was so hot that day. But naturally I said, yeah, I was going to be giving it a review. I did some quick footage on the table inside before I left. And then just what you saw literally was filmed on my phone all within like maybe 6 minutes. That whole thing with all the footage in that was all done at one time. It was like the fastest thing I've done in a very long time. But the Hershey's Mix McFlurry should go national, I would think. If you guys enjoyed that one there, give me a thumbs up, because it was definitely one of those guerrilla types of filmings, really quick to do. Just doing everything. I didn't have any of the lighting done correct. I mean, nothing. How it turned out is how it turned out, essentially. But, you know, considering what I was dealing with heat-wise, it was a lot of fun. Actually, obviously, you guys probably noticed it was Reese's Pieces that were in that. I couldn't taste the peanut butter in them because of so much chocolate that it had. So that's what it was. And that was it. So that one from the Hershey's Mix McFlurry. Then we went into the Habit Pretzel Pub Char, which was very, very tasty, and even a little on the small side, if anything. And then, guys, the advanced look at the What the Fanta frozen drink from BK, which was a bomb situation to check out. I got to tell you, that was really playing with my head with the colors. I love what they're doing with that. A lot of fun there. And then naturally the Scorchin' Hot Ones, Los Caliente Verde chips, which I did actually. I found those finally. And then I actually found the ones from where was it? Circle K. That was actually found the very next day, but I actually had filmed the Krispy Kreme one first there, so I decided to split that up and do the Krispy Kreme ice cream truck donuts, which we finally have a location that's 10 minutes from me now. So you guys actually have that available, and I'm super excited about having Krispy Kreme a lot closer to me now, so you'll be able to see a lot more of those promos. I'm excited for it. And then naturally finishing out with the Scorchin' Hot Ones from Pringles, the classic hot sauce from Circle K. So a nice little mix of variety there, from snacks to donuts to treats to drinks to burgers to sundaes, luau situations. It was a lot of fun to check out, to put it to saying, putting it mildly, I should say. So let's see here, going down the line. Let's see here. Who else do we have here in effect? We've got a lot of people here in the chat currently right now. Let's see here. Man, it is really picking up on the side. Thanks so much for jumping in here. And again, I'm seeing some of the comments over here. Shout outs to Maureen Descatato, who just celebrated a birthday. Maureen, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to Maureen Descatato. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Hope it was a good one for you, Maureen. Definitely enjoy yourself. Definitely eat cake. That is the way to go. Tony Montana, finally got a chance to try the new Burger King Southwest Bacon Whopper last Friday. Absolutely loved it. Spectacular burger, I thought. It was definitely a tasty situation. Something about tortilla chips on like burgers. It really does go a long way. And yes, Ed Keaton, definitely loved the quick little snippet of Halloween Ends. It was pretty much what you'd expect to see. How many times have we seen some type of struggle between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers whenever they go at it like that? But it looked really cool. And it kind of, at the very ending sequence there, when she stabs the knife into his hand, kind of reminded me of the guy who actually got put up on the wall, I think in the original Halloween, when like a knife came down and then, you know, he grabbed him and all that stuff there as well. Actually, you know what? That was Friday the 13th. That's what I'm thinking. I'm losing it right now. Friday the 13th, I think it was number 4, final chapter, where I guess the wine opener or something slammed down on his hand. And so completely different movie. Forget everything I just said. But yes, I do think it's going to be an awesome movie, I think, so far, at least from the little snippet that we've seen there. The tension is obviously there, Ed. Very, very cool. All right, so let's see, as we're going on down the line, Jay Nepper, and we just got derailed again with the Mariah. Yes, what did I just say? Eminem. It's starting off early. See, Jay, you're already starting off early, I'm telling you. Misty Smith, Ian loves his food reviews. He's a star of YouTube. I appreciate you. I have a lot of fun doing what I do. But yes, I love making them. I've been doing it for a very long time. Dom's World, how's everything with you, Ian? It is going okay. I've been fighting off headaches all week. It's been a little bit of a rough week for me at the same time, but still content editing, trying to balance that whole thing. San Diego Comic-Con is going on, so I'm doing a lot of looking at all my favorite stuff, seeing all the new Masters of the Universe things that are coming out. So I've been super, super excited about that. So I'm going to be enjoying that for the weekend for sure, definitely. But not bad, naturally, just with the heat being what it is, you know, it is what it is, right? I mean, it's kind of par for the course. It's summertime, of course. Let's see here. How about you ever mention to Sean Kingston in Israel? I can't even try and pronounce that over there, but Sean Kingston, I do know. Great music indeed. So good times. Let me shoot on down here just a little bit and try and catch up just a little bit in the chat. Whenever I do the food review rundown, you guys run away with the chat here. So I need to see, what am I missing here? Not sure about trying the Mountain Dew Legend on that one there, Motivation Mindfulness. We'll see though, we'll see. Let's see. Jay Nepper, please tell me you got the new Taco Bell Peruvian pizza. What is that all about? Because we're sold out of the Mexican pizza? I think I see what you're doing there, Jay. Let's see. Lara, yes, I've been to BJ's Bar and Grill, absolutely. Cool spot. Let's see. CeeLo, have you ever tried the Mexican restaurant called Los Tacos? No. Well, Tacos Ensenada I've tried, which is actually kind of a chain, but they're pretty good. Let's see, ScoutRush.com, having Utz Maui onion kettle chips. They're almost like the all dressed up chip, less smoky than most sweet onion flavors. Very cool. We don't have the Utz brand en masse out in Southern California. Typically World Market, which they specialize in a lot of flavors and a lot of different products from around the world. So naturally World Market Cost Plus, what they call themselves. So occasionally I see Utz products there, but it's been a while since I've been over there. So, but any of the store that I go to, we don't carry that brand here normally. For Shap, for that one. Joe's Cleaning Lady, which do you prefer, Del Taco or Taco Bell, and why? You know, Taco Bell, because some of those classic flavors like the Crunch Wrap, you know, the Quesarito, some of those things that I just love to eat once in a blue moon, naturally. I don't do it all the time. But I do prefer that just because of those flavors there. But Del Taco has got some pretty awesome chicken tacos. I think they kind of rival Taco Bell in the regular marinated chicken department. The Cantina crispy chicken stuff, which I reviewed, is definitely, you know, that's its own category because of what it is, because it's fried chicken. But Del Taco definitely does some pretty good for their taco stuff there. And naturally, some of the other things I reviewed, they really present well. The Crunch Tatas, which I've done much early on, and then I came back when they redid those. Take a look at the Del Taco playlist on my channel. There is a multitude of reviews that I've done from there, and especially Taco Bell as well. With coming up on like 9+ years of content here later on in August, guys. August 15th is my anniversary, my 9th anniversary on YouTube, which is crazy. We got to start thinking about some things to do there for that. But yes, plenty of content, plenty of content. Beautiful Hogman, I would like to see a Halloween where Michael Myers goes to BK and he has a snack attack. Well, that would be interesting to say the least. But you know, you never see those icons of horror like in anywhere except the settings where they're meant to be seen. Like you'll never see, you know, like Michael Myers at a fast food restaurant or at a restaurant in general. Maybe like a nondescript restaurant or like the back of a bar or an alley or something. But you never see name brand stuff necessarily in horror movies for some reason like that. It's always some desolate area, some, you know, very little around. And or it's just a basic like a sleepy type of town with nothing else except houses, and it's at night, you know, stuff like that. You never see it, but I could see that. I guess when Jason took Manhattan, supposedly where 3/4 of Friday the 13th Part 8 was on a boat, when he did finally get to New York and he was walking around like a fish out of water, it literally felt like that. It's just out of that setting of Crystal Lake. It's like it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But it is what it is. But you know what does work? Checking a look at one of the collectibles I've got to show you guys, and this is actually something that was on pre-order a while back that has finally showed up. So naturally, because you guys all know, and I alluded to it, I'm a huge fan of Masters of the Universe, which is a whole big thing going on at San Diego Comic-Con. Dolph Lundgren was on a panel yesterday. Revolution, which is season 2 of Revelation, for Netflix for Masters of the Universe. Actually has William Shatner voicing a character. I don't know who it is, but they're unveiling all the new stuff, all the new toys, all the new everything, which is insane. And incidentally, we're going to take a look at one of two tonight. Take a look at another version. This is the 40th anniversary edition sets of these characters that you're going to see coming on here. Basically, they're newer versions, but they're stamping these card backs with a 40th anniversary now. But this one here is another variation of He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. This is the 2000X version, the rebooted version of him that came out in 2002, which I didn't collect any of that stuff back then. But basically, it's in Origins form. So he looks a little bit more like the current versions of the figures, but it has all the styling of the original 2000X line. So a little bit more detail. It definitely looks a little bit different, as you guys notice, looking really, really cool. On the very back of this one, of course, we've got that little card back intro right over there. On his 16th birthday, Prince Adam accepted the mantle of He-Man, drawing on the power of King Grayskull. That's where they actually introduced that character, which is coming out for this line at some point down the road too, which you'll eventually see him, hopefully. But as you can see, we have got 4 characters in this wave. You're going to take a look at one other one tonight, so take a close look at those 4, because when I show the second one later in the stream, you're going to know what to expect for the next stream. So let's see if you guys can guess what we've got here. But what we've got is a really cool looking piece of artwork showing the transformation of Prince Adam into He-Man, and of course, showing you how to actually put all this stuff together. He is always going to be imprisoned in his plastic cage, and then put up on the wall naturally. But very cool with this version of He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Happy 40th anniversary. It really makes me feel like I am super old, which incidentally, He-Man's birthday is actually, I think, October 12th, they said at the convention, which is nuts to think about. So good times across the board with that one. Definitely, you know me with my Masters of the Universe goodies. It's definitely a lot of fun to check out. Misty Smith is going off. We got Max going off. You guys are singing away. Nowadays, He-Man would be a hipster. Beautiful Hogman. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So guys, I'm actually, before we get into this review here, and which I can't wait to get into right now, because I've been sitting on these for about a week and a half now, and I really want to review these for you guys. I almost thought about making just a regular review piece of content coming out, but I have no way to fit it into my current schedule. So we're going to do it live. And on the replay, if you're catching it, I hope you're digging it. Of course, like I should have mentioned in the very beginning, all the show notes and details of things you can link to are on the very bottom to jump to the reviews and some of those things of interest quickly. You guys will be able to find those there. He-Man has the same birthday as Hugh Jackman. How cool is that? Very cool as Wolverine. That is very cool. Very, very cool. You got a doobie-doobie-doo, Misty Smith. Very nice, very nice. So anyway, guys, it is great to be on here with you all as usual. Lots of fun. Hopefully everyone is doing well, feeling well, and being well, and definitely enjoying your summer. If you guys have gone anywhere of interest, drop it here in the chat. You know, let's see if we can get a conversation going if you guys plan on traveling anywhere. I'm more into the staycation mode lately with everything, but you already know how that goes. But good times across the board. Let's see, who else do we have here? You guys are all chatting away in the chat. Great to see. Oh, we have our favorite Subtegral. There he is. Our favorite passive aggressive. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks so much for jumping on. ScoutRush.com. Want to feel old? Uh-oh. Let me look for the other comment here really quick. Never knew his birthday. Yeah, me neither, apparently. I believe that's what it was. But that's from what I was told, if anything there. Let's see. Joey went to Iridia. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I would love to be jumping on down to San Diego at some point, especially, well, not right now with Comic-Con technically going on and I'm not there and it's probably crazy busy, if anything there, but we'll have to see. But yes, Tacos El Gordo. Very cool. I'm always down for Mexican food for sure. I actually just had tacos ensenada the other night with the wifey. She's very big on ceviche or shrimp cocktail, one of the two sometimes depending. I'm sticking to my main carne asada burritos or chicken burritos, a little bit of tapatio. But they make these things very hefty and they're really good when you're really hungry. They're pretty awesome. Burritos are the bomb. Tony Montana, finally got a chance to try the limited time classic Roost fries at Jack in the Box recently. I really like them. Very cool. Very flavorful, very tasteful. if anything. Very cheesy, if anything, too. Yes, Jack is known for gluttonous sauces and plenty of cheese. Definitely, definitely. Let's see. Larry, never heard of Mike Chen. He is a food YouTuber. Send me some stuff on social. If you want to, I can try and link to it directly from there. Twitter is usually the easier way to do that there, at Twitter, at Peep This Out, because I can just click on a link directly there. Instagram, I guess we could try that there too. That would be fine. But very, very cool. Shrimp ceviche is good. It hits the spot on a hot day. Not for me, Annette. You know me with cilantro, and they don't make it without it because it's usually made for the day. So I can never really get it, but I do taste it. You know, I mean, I like the shrimp, and the way it's made is pretty good. Typically they give it with like saltine crackers, but Carol always swaps out for tostadas, so it's usually like 3 or 4 little mini tostadas to crack into, which is pretty good. Min, yes, Panera Bread has got those chef sandwiches. I've reviewed them, both of them. They were just all right. Expensive, if anything else. All right, so you guys ready for this food review? If you're ready for this food review right now, give me a flame here in the chat because it is so hot where I am at. I need to see some type of fire. I might as well just have a glutton for punishment. Let's see if we can light up the chat box with plenty of flames. I mean, literally flames, wall-to-wall flames, because that's how it feels in my office here right now. It is definitely ridiculous. So we've got Min right out the gate with a whole bunch of flames. Larry Nillian, yes, eventually we'll do Langer's Delis. Definitely. I know where that's at, and I would like to get that on film for sure. Oh, man. Let's see. Beautiful Hogman, I keep catching my wife stealing what? Doggo's bacon strip. She says it's exactly like bacon. That's horrible. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. My chat is jumping up here. We got flames. We got all kinds of activity here. Hold on. Let me see if I can try and jump back down here real quick. Stupid food review show. What's going on? Jesus in a tortilla. What was the Fanta frozen drink? For me, it was cotton candy. That's what I got out of that when I did that early review. It tasted like cotton candy to me. It was got like a little mixture of like watermelon, strawberry, but it had the essence of cotton candy to me. So it was really pretty awesome. Spoiler alert. But it was a fun video to put together. Definitely, we got all kinds of flames going on here right now. It is shooting up. There we go. Tony Shoots going with explosions. It is in effect. Very cool. Scott Messerschmidt watched the video, and California and other states are on rolling blackouts. You know, we knock on wood. We haven't had anything just yet, but it's definitely a crazy situation. Heat here right now. I am very uncomfortable. Sonic Jet, some Panda Express. That would be pretty tasty, actually. They're Mongolian. Good stuff that I reviewed would be pretty awesome. But you know what? I wanted to go for something that was going to kind of help me cool down just a bit. And this was super enticing because, guys, who does not like Neapolitan flavored ice cream? I haven't had this in a long time because I do the little lactose thing once in a while. So I got to take something for this just in case. But I wanted to give this a shot because, guys, as you can see, we've got strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate flavored cream. 3 levels of goodness in here right now. So pretty awesome on what this is. And like I said, I've been sitting on this for a minute. I figured, you know what, should I just make some structured content to put this out? But being that I love doing these Oreo reviews here on live stream with you guys, I thought this would be kind of fun just to kind of check this out over here. So naturally, what does it say here? Did you hear the scoop? That's pretty cool. So I'm assuming that the cookie is going to simulate the waffle cone because, or the waffle dish. That's what they're kind of showing right over here. And you can see how it's being advertised. I mean, just when you think they've thought of everything with Oreo, right? They come out with these new flavors. And as you can see in the bottom, waffle cone flavored cookie with vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate flavored cream. So very, very crazy. Dietrich thinks these are awesome. I think these look pretty awesome. I mean, the marketing alone for this is pretty killer. And Oreo is known for some pretty awesome marketing for their stuff. So let me see. I think this has, yeah, this has a pull tab. I'm going to pull this towards you. I'm going to let you guys see it first because I am going to get it right after, obviously. And pull it towards you. Take a look. And let me see, look underneath over here. They look cool. Not exactly even in terms of the distribution right there. So David P says he had them yesterday. Misty Smith, big clap indeed. That's an interesting smell. I'm not really getting anything like chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. Well, maybe a mixture. But the waffle, I think that's the strongest thing. Yeah, it tastes like more of the cookie flavor. the aroma, I should say, it's kind of popping just a little bit more on this. But let's pull one of these out, and oh wow, these things are thick. These things are thick. Take a look at that cream action there. We'll do a little 360-ish, so to speak. It looks like it's got chocolate and strawberry only on this one, but it's actually very thin on the vanilla here. So let me just cover my equipment here and see how this looks. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. So we've got a little thin sliver of the vanilla, which is probably going to be just their standard cream, which I'm expecting here. And then the strawberry flavored and chocolate flavored version of it there. As always, let's try this without anything just yet, because this flavoring looks really cool. Let's give this a shot real quick. The Neapolitan cream first. Here we go. Strawberry and chocolate easily. Oh. It's the fake strawberry flavor. That chocolate's kind of weird with this. The strawberry is the strongest. I don't really have too much in terms of the vanilla on here, but the strawberry is definitely stronger in there as well. So you can kind of see the 3 layers, but that chocolate is a little weird tasting to me. So let's give this a shot, guys. The Neapolitan variant of Oreo. Let's peep this out. The waffle and the cone is good. Here comes the heavy sugar. That chocolate, though, it's kind of weird. I mean, I know it's artificial chocolate, but I like the strawberry with this. I do like the strawberry with it. Okay, let's go for a quick dunk. See if it lights it up just a little bit. A little badunk-a-dunk action right over here. Neapolitan Oreos are made from milk naturally. Let's see what this does to the flavor. Yeah, that brings it up. Strawberry and waffle are strong. A little bit of the vanilla, but that chocolate, it's got a weirdness to it that I can't put my finger on. I don't know. Let me try one more because I'm conflicted with this right now. Okay. We're going to go straight, just what it is. Give this a try. The waffle of the actual cookie is awesome. I love how it kind of looks like a waffle. I probably should have shown that in the very beginning. Let me just show you another one here. Yeah. That is, whoop, falling apart. Hang on one second. Try and focus this. My focus needs focus. All right. You can see it's got definitely a cool pattern with the waffle and, of course, the Oreo goodness that it's got standard. So I like that. I like that. But, guys, the chocolate is for me, is weird on this. Strawberry and waffle. So there's not really a lot of vanilla cream on a lot of these that I'm looking at here. So that's hurtful, but it is what it is. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10 on this one. Wow. I've never had this hard of a time trying to rate something like this, but I mean, it's okay, but I'm probably not going to be getting this one again. You know what? The Neapolitan, I'm going to go like 6.5 out of 10. I mean, it's definitely above average. Limited edition. The standouts are easily going to be the waffle flavor. They nailed that. I mean, it really is very, very solid. And the strawberry flavor, the fake strawberry flavor, you know it when you taste it, is definitely strong. And then the back end is coming up with a weird chocolate vibe. I mean, this chocolate is not the same type of chocolate that I've had like on, say, like the Chocolate Lovers or the big one that we did, one of my favorite ones, like Ultimate Chocolate, I think it was. This doesn't really fly with that. So for me, I really can't go much higher than that because, guys, I mean, it's really kind of missing 2 of the main things there. Strawberry and waffle are beautiful, but the vanilla and the chocolate really get lost in this. And that chocolate, again, is weird to me. So I am definitely not feeling this there. Am I going to eat these? Occasionally I'll take one here and there, but it's nothing that I'm going to be looking for in the store again. This one was actually about $4, $3.49ish or so, give or take, on sale. And, you know, not bad. I mean, 2 cookies, which I just had, 180 calories. It's average. But you know what? I mean, I can't really say this is one of the best ones that I've tried, but it's another flavor of Oreo. There's always different flavors. What are they going to do next? We're going to find out. But guys, it kind of is what it is. This is kind of a take it or leave it. If you see this on sale for lower than $3.50, I'd probably scoop it up again if it's like $2, $3, if they're blowing these out on sale, if you have to buy multiple of like other things. But just okay. It is what it is. So let's see here. At least I've got my almond milk action to go with this. Beautiful Hogman, can you do a Yoda impression? Can I do a Yoda impression? What can I possibly say? What did he usually say? Do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. Are you gonna do them or you're not gonna do them? Because it is what it is. Okay, that was whack. Anyway, let's move on. Jesse Ice Cream Sandwiches, Sonic just says, Carnation and Neapolitan. Yes, of course. But you know, when you see things that are in cookie form from Oreo, of course, we all get seduced to want to try them. So there's no reason why I did not want to give that a shot when I saw that. That was actually purchased with a few other things that you'll see in later streams that we're going to do. But I figured I would lead off with that one because, like I said, it's something that I've been looking at for so long amongst the other things. I'm like, let me just do this real quick. We'll have to see. I'm glad you like that, beautiful Hogman. I'm glad you like that. Good times across the board. So guys, what are you looking forward to as Halloween season approaches there? Naturally, all the movies are starting to come out. I think there was a movie, is it The Black Phone? Something with Ethan Hawke that I see advertised. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to this year as Halloween is approaching? Because guys, I can't believe it. Literally at some time, I'm going to say in the middle of August, maybe towards the end of August, I'll switch the lights out back here again. And we're going to be back to doing Halloween time, which is crazy. And then we lead into the holidays, which is going to go into that whole thing. And then I get to bring back the cat sitting on the chair and all the snow and all that stuff. I can't believe how quickly this year is going for right now. It really is pretty crazy. Let's see. CeeLo. Oreo McFlurries was also the bomb from Mickey D's. Yes, they always are. And just because the base is an Oreo McFlurry, you already know it's going to be amazing. Dom's World, can't wait for Halloween Oreos. Very cool, very cool. I can't wait for the Krispy Kreme Halloween stuff because I can't wait to do that as well. It's going to be awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's see here. Going down the line. All right, just trying to fix out my thing here. There we go. All right, so yes, we've got the Halloween Oreos. We've got a lot of stuff that's going to be coming. I'm excited for what's going to be there. Very, very awesome. Got Mint Chip Rocky Road Confused from Lord Darkside. Switching back. Let's see, Misty Smith, we're singing away. Clerks 3, yes, coming down. I can't wait for that too. Looking forward to cooler weather. I'm looking forward to Clerks 3, absolutely. All right, there we go. Let's see. John Chern, ABC interview and career prep. Done, not to worry. Let's see. Dom's World. Oh, yeah, Krispy Kreme Halloween donuts are the best, definitely. My sister and I, we were just talking about those, and I'm like, man, I wish I could just film those because of where they were. It's not very easy for me to get to, so naturally, I'm like, now that I've got one so close, I'm excited. Lester's favorite Oreo is Red Velvet. Very nice. Yes, spooky season in effect. Super excited. Super excited. Subtegral Clerks 3, absolutely. I'm excited for what that's going to be, for sure. Let's see, who else do we have in? You guys are all chatting away over here. It's great to see all of you guys. We have an amazing community here in the chat, and I got to tell you, it's always great to watch you guys interact in there as well. Any food reviewers that are here that are maybe watching from the background, you're more than welcome to jump in. Let some peeps know what it is that you've got coming up. If you've got something that's coming out, you're more than welcome to share that as well. Let's see here. CeeLo, have you ever come back to Vegas? Gets a little boozed up. Twisted tacos from Jack. Last tacos will satisfy. Yeah, I'd like to see that naturally. When I was at Vegas the last time, they actually were testing a Nashville chicken sandwich, I think it was, that I reviewed from Jack in the Box there. My wife was busy doing something for work, and I was like, okay, I've got some time to kill over here. Let me jump on over and see what this is about. And it turns out that they were testing a Nashville chicken sandwich there. So I have no doubt that they actually have a few different things over there I'd like to check. So I always make it a point that if I do go back, I'm going to be making the rounds to see what may be new at some of the usual places that we have here. So we'll have to see. Annette, when will Winston make an appearance again? Very soon. Most likely before the end of August, for sure. Maybe a lot sooner than that, for sure. So we'll definitely get that going. Not to worry about that. Good times, good times. I had so much fun filming with him. That was definitely a fun stream, naturally. We had a good time. Definitely a good time. Little Winnie. And naturally after that too, my sister had a lot of fun watching me kind of do what I do behind the scenes and how everything is set up, and watching me manipulate all that good stuff there. It was a fun stream to do. Definitely a fun stream to do. And actually with the baby bunts too, which was a lot of fun to finally check out as well. So I still need to do that other flavor of that. So we'll have to see. Sammy, what's going on? Hey, it's been a long time, just enjoying some Baconator. Watching him let us. Nice, very cool. Hopefully you're doing all right. Hopefully you are doing all right. Let's see here. Misty Smith, Lance G, if this doesn't wake him up, I don't know what will. There it is, guitar in effect right there. Misty, already going with those high notes. Jay Nepper, Mariah and Kanye have a new Krispy Kreme donut. It's called the West. Oh, Jay just comes out of the woodwork with some of these. Man, that's craziness. So does it kind of like when it's showcased in the display when they're putting in, is there like the dump truck sound, like with the horn going back and forth with the lights, and then you have little Kanye music in the background? Oh, it's too much. Too much. Sonic Jet, I hope Burger King will bring back the grilled hot dogs. You know, I was surprised they haven't yet, considering that really got a lot of play in the beginning. When that came out. Why they haven't done that, I don't know. But I guess, you know, what's old is new again with a lot of different things. So I'm willing to bet that we'll see something at some point from them. But it would be cool to see them do hot dogs again. Just maybe different variation, actually. Different things. For sure. Good old days with the Whopper. Better than ever. You already know. Yes, Annette J is back again. He's back at it. Lord Darkside. Battle for Winston. Hey, you guys super excited about the new Lord of the Rings show that's going to be coming out? That looks pretty amazing, I got to say. And also the Game of Thrones. Good stuff in there as well. There's going to be some really awesome stuff coming into that there. So very excited for sure. Let's see. Lesser. There we go. Going down. God says, I love you too. Your loves your videos. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How many times can I say thank you? All right. So there we go. All right. Let me try and add some stuff over here. There we go. There we go. Let's see, what else do we have here? Misty Smith, wake up Tyler before the day is through. Drew, Kanye and Mariah fish sticks and glazed donut sandwich. The Funny Eagle is reviewing fast food a fulfilling lifestyle. It adds to your lifestyle. It's not the lifestyle. If that's the niche that you're in naturally, if you enjoy what you do, that's the important thing. And it's how you produce it and what you do. So it's a lot of fun to check out. Plus it gives you a chance to kind of like, you know, enjoy some of those things and kind of see all the little marketing ends of things as well. Just I really enjoy putting those things together naturally for so long, of course. And then obviously adding to the content at the same time. But it's fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. You got to love what you do. When you love what you do, it doesn't feel like anything but just like something that you do, like a fun hobby, if anything. Sammy, I feel like the spicy crispy chicken sandwich in Wendy's should return. It was gone so fast. Agreed. Definitely agreed. Tony Montana, I had a great Jack in the Box dinner recently. The classic buttery jack, curly fries, Coke. That's a classic meal over there for sure. Fantastic for sure. You already know. All right. So here we go. As we're finishing up here, we've got another few minutes left in the stream, about 15 or so minutes. Guys, one more time, if you guys were keeping track of those 4 characters from the new wave, which is actually wave 9 from Masters of the Universe. Here comes, Jay Nepper, we got a new song. West Side Boogie. What are some of the lyrics? I'm afraid to ask, Jay. I'm afraid to ask. We'll have to see. But guys, let's get into it real quick over here. Mantena, one of my favorites that I never had as a kid, but I always wanted to get him. I just never did. Eyes really pop out on this one. And again, 40th anniversary goodness. Definitely fun stuff. The difference with this one, obviously, he has actually got 4 separate legs that you can pose, where the original one did not have that. So the updated styling, the updated articulation, he's a member of the Evil Horde with Hordak, which is very cool. Card art in the very back on this one here. It says the loyal spy for Hordak uses his protruding eyes to fire electrical blasts at his enemies. And as you can see, he's attacking Rattler over here, which is coming out later next year. But looks very cool. Grizzlor in the background there, kneeling down by Hordak. Grizzlor is actually coming as well. Apparently it's going to be a Mattel Creations exclusive to order. And as you can see, this is how the eyes work, which is pretty nice. So it used to be something in the back to shoot the eyes up, but in this case, now they have it in the back of the head. And obviously the 4 posable legs right over there. So as you guys can see, we have taken a look at the top 2 for 22, the new for 22 He-Man and Mantena. Trying to keep that focus somewhat there. And then for the next stream, you guys know what to expect, including a new character being added to the Rulers of the Sun here for Masters of the Universe. Very cool. But again, a very, very cool looking Mantena. So very, very slick. And they just look really awesome. The character and articulation and details. And of course, they all come with a comic book with these things. But again, he will be in his plastic prison forever, as you can see. 40th anniversary goodness for sure here. Very, very cool. So naturally, just to show them together, a couple of glamour shots. There we go. The 40th anniversary versions of vintage characters and a new version of He-Man, naturally, which is the 2000X version in classic clothing for the goodness of Wave 9, Masters of the Universe, or MOTU, as it's collectively called for shortened form. But good times, definitely good times. All right, so let's see here. Sam, Jay Leno, Bill Nye Donut would be called the JJJ Leno, the Nye Guy. You know, Jay Leno actually was one of the first people I saw who actually showed that he enjoyed eating donut cheeseburgers. And they actually showed, like, he was like, 2 Krispy Kreme donuts with like a cheeseburger in the middle. At first I was like, man, that sounds pretty nasty. But then when you think of salty and savory with that there, that kind of works, So interesting. All right, let's see here. Misty Smith, everybody press that red YouTube play button here, because next Friday we're going to do another show called the Peep This Out Dance Show. What are you trying to get me into here, Misty? What are you trying to get me into? Oh my God. Too much. Ed Keaton, you have a safe weekend as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Thoughts and prayers to you for your brother, of course. And to everybody else here in the chat, thank you so much for jumping on. We still got some time left over here. We're going to be answering some more questions, but shout outs to Ed Keaton as well. And again, hope everything goes as good as it can and will for you and your bro there, for sure. Leo invented the KFC sandwich? What? Leno invented the KFC sandwich, did he? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Let's see here. Sub, what is your next movie viewing? I want to go check out Nope. I want to go see Nope. I'm very excited to see anything alien related, obviously, but Jordan Peele, anything that he puts out, I want to see, because he's super talented. And obviously they've got a really awesome cast, a lot of the usual suspects, and a lot of people that he likes to work with, including Stephen Young, which is in this one too, from Walking Dead, which they just announced today. If you haven't heard, the Walking Dead movies they were supposed to do with Rick Grimes have been now turned into a 6-episode series coming out in 2023 with Michonne. So they're going to be doing something there. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to end off the series, because I've read the comic book all the way to the end. I know exactly what happens, and I know the characters that don't make it. So I'm interested to see how they're going to kind of do what they're going to do. I don't want to say anything more than that, but it's going to be interesting to see. We'll talk more about that as time goes by for sure, but it's going to be awesome. They just announced that today. They had Rick Grimes and Michonne, those actors. They came out on stage and they talked about it. Very, very cool. Very, very cool with that. Lesser, yeah, I'm spiritually aligned with you, huh? Very cool. Very cool. Tony Montana, I haven't seen Thor: Love and Thunder. Not hearing great things about that one, so I'll probably wait on it there. I think Marvel has been kind of all over the place ever since Endgame. Honestly, I don't think they know what to do with who's going to be the next big thing they're working up to here. I don't know. But obviously with Doctor Doom, that could be something down the road too. I've been reading a few things about that, naturally. But I think just a lot of the movies are kind of like all over the place, the multiverse stuff, which is fine. But we don't really have like a cohesive picture yet of where everything is leading. So, they're masters of what they do over there. So we'll see what happens with that. And yes, Sammy, I wish The Boys was a movie. But you know what? This last season, although I loved it, I felt like it flew by. I felt like those 8 episodes were too short. By the time it got really started to get going and it was awesome, it was like 2 episodes left and then it's over. So I was like, man, they really needed to the pacing could have been pulled in to make it maybe one more episode, like 3 like crazy episodes at the end, the last 3 of the season. But it was good. I mean, they ended it off pretty interesting, naturally. We'll have to see. Drew wants a Motu figure with the Mariah booty. That's horrible. Well, that's definitely got to be a Mattel Creations crowdfunded item where you have to actually put in for that. And I know you would, Drew. And I'm sure Jay would as well. And heck, I probably would too. We'll have to see. John says the Thor movie was good. Cool. I'm not against checking it out. I just not rushing to go do it there. Thor is just okay for me when it comes to superheroes, and it's all right. The first couple of movies I thought were okay. The third one, Ragnarok, was all right. It was more comedy, but it is what it is. CeeLo, yes, I've been actually I'm about halfway through the Resident Evil series, and while I don't like it being connected to the games because I don't think it's not really working for me that way as like a video game adaptation. A series on its own for the subject matter, I like it, if that makes sense. I mean, it has nothing to do, so far what I've seen, it really is, aside from some of the names, the characters, obviously Umbrella Corporation, but the timeline of where it takes place and how everything is, and just to call it Resident Evil is a little bit of a stretch. I think they should call it, like Apocalypse or something like Next Gen. Something where it's like, it's related to the games, but it doesn't really have anything that you're going to remember specifically from the games. I thought the movie, which came out a few months ago, which wasn't the best movie, obviously was much closer to the games for a few sequences, which were really cool, including some of the characters, the way they made them look. But aside from that, it's just okay. I actually watched that only super late at night. I love watching movies with my headphones. I have my Bluetooth headphones on my tablet. So usually like when the wifey's sleeping, I'm catching up on my shows a little bit. So, and that's after all my editing work and a few other things that I have going on. So that's really my only time to watch it, for sure. Ben saw Thor 4 also. Very nice, very nice. Very cool. I mean, I'll check it out. I've watched every Marvel movie and I will see it. I'm just not rushing to the theater right away. Top Gun is still cleaning up at the box office. It's 1.2 billion worldwide. I think it cracked 623 mil right now domestic. It actually pushed the first Avengers out of line already. So very excited to see what's going to happen with that. But that movie is doing pretty amazing business right now. And from what I was reading, Tom Cruise, he only took took $12 million to star in that movie, but he's actually getting points on the back end. So he's looking to make, they say, an upwards of $60 to $100 million because of how much that it's accumulated. Obviously, if it cracks $1 billion, he's going to get like 1% of that. We'll say not even 0.1%. Whatever it is, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So congrats to him and obviously his families and his daughter, which is awesome. Man, the wifey's doing okay. Very busy with work, very busy doing her thing as well. My sister-in-law got a new puppy, so we have a new family member. Her name is Riley Bean. She's a beautiful dog, a bit of a pit terrier mix. She has a beautiful face, so maybe at some point in the future, maybe we'll see her. But she's getting big already, but she's a beautiful little girl and just really, really a sweet pup. I've been bitten a couple of times only because she gets so excited naturally. But she's a sweetheart though, and I know she feels bad about it. But I'm all healed up now. everything is all right. All right, yo, Black Phone, that's what it is. Yes, new movie came out last year from Black Phone from the Ethan Hawke. I definitely want to check that out. For sure. Yes, Annette, I think so too. She's such a cute puppy. Literally, I want to say about maybe a little over a month old, couple of months maybe at the most. And she's just a beautiful dog. Very, very sweet. So she's being in the process right now of being trained, potty trained and all that stuff to go with. So we've had a few times, we've watched her here at our place, my wife and I, and she's too much. She's just too much. She really is. So we'll have to see. Maybe we'll see about Winston here for the next show. We'll see what happens over here, Drew, for sure. And yes, Sammy, I'm excited about Halloween Ends. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that. We all know that Halloween will continue after that. This is just the end of the story for Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. Not to spoil anything there, but we all know that has to end at some point. This is the final movie, and that's a de facto standard from Jamie Lee Curtis herself. So good times across the board there. Looking forward to that. And guys, let me just take a quick moment to wrap it up here quick, because we are coming up on 9 o'clock. I am so ready for dinner right now. It is so hot in the studio here right now. I feel like I am sweating like crazy right now as well. Yes, Lord, I saw that Vince McMahon retired today. We're going to have to see about that, only because of the scandal surrounding him, I'm sure. And we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything further with that as well. Annette, thanks so much for the backup there, for contributing to the channel. Should you guys wish to, of course, feel free to do so after the fact as well. If anyone may have, I will, of course, put your names down below in the description box. But thank you so much for being here right now. You guys mean the world to me, as always. Had a lot of fun checking out a few things tonight. Unfortunately, this wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but definitely fun in the waffle department, the waffle cone dish that it sits in. But of course, that strawberry was very nice on that. Chocolate, again, a little on the weird side. And of course, Masters of the Universe goodies. Wave 9 action. We'll take a look at the other two on the next stream. You guys will have that to take a look at. And I'll tell you what I went through just to make sure that I had those correct. It was kind of an ordeal because of what happened there. But it was a good time at the very least there. But guys, again, thank you so much for doing what you do. It makes the world go round for me here on the channel. I really, really appreciate you guys being here right now. Let me shoot up the chat here really quick. Great to be on here. Let's see. Okay, we are all in there as well too there. Misty says the video is sponsored by Oreos. If only, if anything over there. All right, so guys, I'm going to be yes, the Fall Guys crossover with Masters of the Universe. Can't wait to see that there. There's some cool goodies that you can get at their booth with a signed poster and a few other enamel pins and a few other NFT stuff too, which is kind of wild. So good stuff coming there as well too. And yes, man, I did see the shocking incident over what happened with the Prime Minister. Former Prime Minister of Japan. Not cool whatsoever. Definitely. Jay, as we close this one out over here, if you order anything from Mariah's website, it takes a forklift to move it in a Boeing 777 to land on your street. I suggest staying away from the... Wow. Jay, you are a wild one. Just like they said earlier, you are a wild one. Well, God bless you, my friend, and God bless all of you guys here in the chat. Whatever you're doing this weekend, have fun, do it safely, enjoy yourself, stay cool. It's getting crispier as it goes on here right now. That is just craziness. I appreciate the advice from Jay and Drew. That's just too much. You guys are crazy. I love you guys. I love you guys like you just don't know. All right, so I'm going to be here in the chat for about a minute or so after the stream ends. And then we'll get back to it there. I know you try your best, Jay, and I appreciate you. When you show, you definitely make a show. I appreciate you being here right now, my friend. Thank you so much for doing what you do and for being who you are. It's awesome. All right, with that, I'm going to close it out here, and I'll hang out for a bit afterwards. You guys enjoy the weekend. Watch out for the next review coming tomorrow, Saturday, the 23rd of July. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I think you guys are going to dig what it is, because I was very surprised about this when I reviewed it. I'm very curious about it too, so it should be pretty awesome for you. And then, of course, the replay, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday, and then another new review coming up on the Monday at 3 p.m. as well. So you guys have a lot to look forward to. There's obviously great stuff coming for the weekend, naturally, and then into this coming week as well. So you guys stay clean, stay frosty. I'm doing it a little early, but as you already know, this is ENK closing out the live stream officially for July 22nd, guys. As the summer is already in middle, full swing right now. It is crazy crispy hot. Like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, everybody. Thanks so much for jumping in here. I appreciate you. I appreciate my mods doing what they need to do as well. And I appreciate you guys for just being here and enjoying a little bit of time with me. And for you guys keeping it very enlightened here in the chat for sure. You know, we obviously know Jay is a huge fan of Mariah Carey. Huge. I know he's got all the CDs. He's got all the content. Poster on the wall. All that stuff there as well. But we all know it is what it is. So with that, I am definitely down with the next piece of content for you guys here coming up. It is great to see my chat is just flying all over the place here right now. So there we go. Appreciate you jumping on. Jason Kroll, stay frosty, join late, no worries. You're immortalized here in the chat, and you will be watching part of the replay naturally when this goes live on Sunday. So all right, before Jay gets even crazier, I am definitely done with this stream here right now. I love all of you guys, and with that, peace. I'm out.